Google Keep is an amazingly powerful tool for storing and organizing research. Now, often what people do, and we find this in school, is that students rush into searching for information online and they copy and paste it into different projects, but they don't actually store it for later use if you should require it again. And often in some subjects, you need to show evidence of where your research has come from. Now, this is where Google Keep comes in. Any information found online can very quickly and easily be stored online in one place. But how do we get to Google Keep? Now, getting to Google Keep is really, really simple. So first of all, you can either, once you've logged into your @basicschool.com account, you can either just go to Google and type in Google Keep, and you can click here. Or if you're already logged in, and say, for example, I'm on my Google Drive, I can click on the Google Apps button, and I can scroll down to find Keep here. That's the way I usually do it. And so once I click on there, because I'm already logged in, as part of my Basic School Google account, I actually get this nice blank canvas to start storing my research on. And now this is your one-stop shop research tool that will mean you never have to retrawl the web for your information ever again. It's all here, it's in one place, and in the next video we're going to look at how you start collecting that research and actually organizing it to make your life much, much easier. In this video we're going to be looking at adding research to Google Keep that you found online. So if I go into Google Keep here, you can see that I've got this nice blank space where all of my research is ready to go. Now, let's say, for example, that I'm doing a project for the Welsh Back on the number of homeless people in Wales. And I have found some research. I've found an image here of a chart of the number of rough sleepers in Wales. And I've also got the Shelter Cymru homepage with information on it about the work that they do. So first of all, let's have a look at getting this image. Now, this image will be really, really useful for my project. So what I would traditionally do is I would just copy and paste it into a document. But what I'm going to do here is just to make sure that I've got it stored and I can easily share that image with somebody else. What I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and I'm going to copy image, as you would normally do when you copy and paste it into a document. I go to Google Keep and I'm going to take a new note. And I'm going to put here as the title, Rough Sleepers Wales chart. Then in here, I simply Control V to paste, and the image is then going to load into that note. And what I'm also going to do, just to make sure that I've got that research for later and I can actually access it again if I need to, I'm going to right click and I'm going to copy the link address, and I'm going to go into Google Keep, and in the Take Note section, I'm going to do Control V, and there is the link to that image. So that's ready to go. If I close that now, it's added it here. And then if I want to click on it again, it'll take me straight to where that chart came from. So the other thing that you can do, if you just want to take an actual web address like here, so if I want to get the URL, what I need to do is I need to just click on it and Control C to copy the URL address, go into Google Keep, go on to take a note, Control V, and as my title, I could put Shelter Cymru homepage. And if I wanted, I could add some more information under here, and I could just say link to Shelter Cymru homepage for information about the work that they do to combat in Wales. And I close, and I've got my note here. And if I click it, next time I'm online, I can just click it and it'll take me straight to that web page. So you can see how useful that is as a way of storing your research in one place. In this video, we're going to look at organizing your research effectively using the tools within Google Keep. So we're going to be looking at adding labels to your research, adding theme colors to your research, and adding images to your research. All of these things are meant to help you quickly identify which piece of research goes with which project. This will help you to carry out your projects more efficiently. So if I go into Google Keep, you can see that I've got my 2 pieces of research for the Homelessness in Wales project, but I've also started a new piece of research for a project which I'm doing about the effect that McDonald's has on people's health. Now, if you look over here on the left, I've got labels, and I can click on Edit Labels, and I'm going to create a new label, and I'm going to call this McDonald's. Press Done. And I'm also going to create a new label here called Homelessness in Wales, and press Done. And now you can see I've got 2 labels here, but if I click on these labels, there's currently nothing in there. So what I need to do is go to my notes, and you can see here, if I go to the bottom of one of my pieces of research, I've got this More option here, and I can add a label, and I'm going to choose the McDonald's label. So now it's clearly labeled. For these pieces of research, I'm going to add a label, which is Homelessness in Wales. And now, if I click on the label for McDonald's, it only shows me the actual research that I have under that label. And the same for the Homelessness in Wales. Now, to further add to that, if I go to Notes so that it's all on one page now, every piece of research I have, I can actually change the theme color. Now, if I change the color and say, right, for McDonald's, all of my research labels I want to be red, that now stands out quickly on my homepage as to say, right, that's to do with McDonald's. And for Homelessness in Wales, I can change the color. I'm going to select dark blue is going to be my color for that particular project. So now you can see it jumps out quickly. But also what I can do, if I want to add an image to a piece of research to quickly help me identify, I can go to Add Image, and I'm going to go to my project folder for Homelessness in Wales, and I've already saved an image, and if I double click, it will add the image there. So there are 3 ways of quickly organizing and managing your research so that whenever you know you need to choose a particular piece of research for a project, you can quickly identify which project that research is for. In this video, we're going to be looking at collaboration in the form of sharing research with other people. Now let's imagine that you're working on a project with somebody else and you want to share a really good piece of research with them. It's really, really simple to do. So in Google Keep, if you have your research here, all I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to this icon, Collaborator. And it's the same if I hover over any other piece of research. Let's say I want to share this particular piece of research here. I click on the Collaborator icon and I just type in the email address of the person I want to share it with. So creswell@baselegschool.com, and click there and save. And that is now shared with me. And if I hover over here, you can see the people that it's shared with. And it's as simple as that to share your research. In this video, we're going to be looking at using Google Keep to create to-do lists. Now, to-do lists are obviously really, really useful for project planning and assigning tasks to others when you're working collaboratively. So it's really, really simple. If I go into Google Keep and I've got my new take a note section here, and I'm going to click on the new list. And if I call this event to-do list, and I can start now listing the items that need to be completed. So create and print posters. Next item is email volunteers. And then we've got purchase kits. Now I can share this with other people. So I'll send it as well at basicschool.com. And save that. And now, if I have completed any of these tasks, I can simply click it and it goes to the bottom to show that it's a completed item. This is a really nice way of creating simple to-do lists and sharing them with other people in your group so that everybody knows what tasks need to be completed.
Now, something really awesome about Google Keep is something called the grab text feature. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into Google Images, and I've found an image of a passage from a piece of text from Of Mice and Men. And what I'd like to be able to do is get the pupils to actually annotate it or highlight it. But obviously, if I do this, it means that what I need to do is basically print this out. Whereas if I use the grab text feature, I can actually take this text and then paste it into a Google Doc. So the way that we do this is if I right click on the image of the text and click copy image, what I'm going to do then is go into Google Keep, and in take note, I'm going to call it Mice and Men text. And then in the note, I'm just going to press Control and V, and it will paste the image of the text. So what I'm going to do now, if I scroll down here, I'll just click away from it, and then click on the More option here and choose Grab Image Text. Now, as you can see, above is the image with the original text, and then I've got this text here, which is actually grabbed directly from the image. And all I need to do then is highlight that piece of text, Control C to copy into a Google Doc, Control V, and then if I wanted the pupils to sort of annotate it or highlight it and take notes or make comments, all I'd have to do is literally in Google Classroom, set this as an assignment where pupils get a copy for each of them, and then they can go and highlight parts of the text and they can highlight it, they can add comments. You can do whatever you want with it then. So that's a really, really nice feature in Google Keep.